Hey, everybody, how's it going? It's John J. Rodriguez with Loan Mortgage. Wanted to talk to you about the new FHA announcement that came out today regarding non US citizens and obtaining FHA loans. This came as a shocker to me this morning. A realtor called me up and said, "Hey, John, did you hear about the new news?" And I said, "No, I didn't hear anything about that. I don't think that's true. It might be for," I said, maybe for asylum seekers that are ending this coming May, their protection statuses. I said, I don't think it's for every non-US citizen. Um, so I did a little digging, and yeah, it turns out it actually is true. Kudos to Elisa Ponce, who looked that up and let me know. She's a realtor friend of mine that I work with. So yeah, she's always on top of it, and she gets this information very quickly. But I wanted to confirm a few things and dig into this a little deeper. I want to get this video out as quickly as I can. So, yes, if you are not a US citizen or not a permanent resident alien, you can no longer be able to get an FHA loan or apply for one after on May 25th or after. So, pardon me, excuse me. There are going to be some exceptions, very rare though. It's going to be for people with citizenship in the federal states of Micronesia, the Republic of the Marshall Islands, or the Republic of Palau. So you can still get an FHA loan if you fall under that category. But if you are a DACA recipient under a protection status for asylum seeking and don't have your permanent residency, or you're a student here on a visa, and you get a work visa, you guys are going to be out of luck, unfortunately. Okay. That's just the sad truth. Now, this is really only under this current administration because when we were under Biden, this was not an issue. When we were under Obama, it was a little bit of an issue, but not really. Different lenders would read it differently. And, I've had some lenders in the past before that would say, no, we're not going to do DACA or, those other three that I mentioned, those three categories, because they felt that the guidelines were not very clear on that. But when Biden came in, he changed his guidelines and he made it very clear that yes, we can do those loans. So more lenders started easing up, even though there were still some lenders that wouldn't do it. But I think really now with this new change, this makes it very clear. Um, and so a lot of those lenders in the past who were denying these loans, I don't think they really had a right to deny the loan on those basis because now this is being made clear because before it was allowed. So yes, I have worked with some lenders in the past before, excuse me, that really made it difficult. I thought it was very unfair. I would fight for my clients in that situation. Um, but we always closed them one way or another. I would just submit to another lender or something like that that would accept it. Um, so yeah, May 25th is going to be the done deal. Okay. Now I started thinking about this, like how does this affect people who have FHA loans right now that are non-US citizens and they want to do a streamlined refinance in the future. Okay. Same is going to apply to them. Now, fortunately though, for some people that are under that citizenship status, if they have a co-borrower on their loan right now, that they have the FHA loan, and that co-borrower is with them on that FHA loan, and that co-borrower is a US citizenship, that co-borrower, if they make the payments out of their own bank account, not a joint bank account, but their own bank account for 6 months, and they can prove that they've been making those payments for 6 months, that other individual will be able to refinance a streamlined loan. So that there are still some solutions there. Now, I know this is not going to work for everybody because not everybody has a US citizenship or permanent resident person who's on the loan with them. So sadly, it's not going to work for everybody, but there is that opportunity. Okay. So what are the other options? Other options are conventional loans. Conventional is still going to do this. Now, to dive a little deeper on that, this President Trump has always talked about pushing loans towards Fannie and Freddie Mac and keeping loans away from FHA. So they're not going to change it for Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac because those are generally more private. I mean, even though the government still has some ownership of that, they're generally more private. They could do their own things. I believe that was the agreement that Obama struck with them to own half of Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, was to allow Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac to still do their own thing, their own rules. Um, there are also non-QM lenders that don't have any mortgage insurance. Okay. And they can do whatever they want. So there's still going to be conventional loans out there doing loans for this category. Okay. So I wouldn't get too afraid of it. It's not really that big of a deal. It does affect a small percentage of clients. Um, but we can always help those clients get into a conventional status. That way they can get their loan done. Okay. Um, so that's really what I wanted to talk about. What are my thoughts? Mainly is that once we're done with this administration, this will probably revert back if we get another Democratic president. So I don't want people to be scared and think that this is something permanent. Oh my God, we're never going to get a home. No, just wait it out. You're going to be fine down the line. Okay. Gives you time to prepare. I did my other video budgeting. I did my other video about property types. Watch those videos. Gives you time to prepare and lets you save money so that when the time comes, you can buy again. Okay. So again, this is nothing permanent. They can't make this permanent. So it will change in the future. I've seen it change before. I've been doing this for over 20 years. Um, and again, it's just the way this administration wants to push loans towards conventional, towards Fannie and Freddie and private mortgage insurance carriers and whatnot. He wants to try to get business away from government FHA loans. So that's typical, and it'll change. If I missed anything, please put in the comments below. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me at 702finance@gmail.com. Let me know if you want to discuss it. If you have any questions, if we need to look at help for your borrower and set them up for the future, I'll be glad to help them out. Again, I hope you found this video informative. Please like, share, and subscribe. I want to really grow this channel. Anything helps. Very much appreciated. Thank you so much. Have a great day.